Ladies and gentlemen, it is now confirmed William Ruto has actually withdrawn the security of the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. And William Ruto did not end there. He has gone further, right inside the heart of Uhuru Kenyatta, and withdrawn the security of Ngina Kenyatta. And I was reading a post by Pauline Njoroge, and that's where I confirmed that indeed the security of the president has been withdrawn. This is what Pauline Njoroge posted, because when I initially read all this, I thought they were just normal propaganda. In Kenya here, you can be fed propaganda. I've actually been fed propaganda severally, so I didn't really want to venture into it because I checked most of the credible media houses. They are not updated. When Pauline Njoroge posted it, it means it's true, because Njoroge actually worked with Uhuru Kenyatta. She has very close links with Uhuru Kenyatta. She also worked very closely with Karanja Kibicho. Karanja Kibicho was the principal secretary when Uhuru was the president, which means she has those information. This is what she posted. How far is Ruto and his people willing to go in their vendetta and pettiness? They have now withdrawn all the security officers assigned to His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta. Remember, provision of security for a retired president is not a favor that the sitting government accords him. It is also not a suggestion. It is a right and a requirement of the law. Constitutionally, a former president is entitled to a few things. One of them is security. That is one of our constitution. William Ruto took oath of office to protect our constitution. I don't know why he's gone to that extent. And it didn't end there. Now, let me read you the interesting thing which happened to Ngina Kenyatta, because I really want us to look at the objectives, what William Ruto really wants to achieve by targeting the Kenyatta family. This is what Robert Alai posted, because Robert Alai was the first person actually to post about the security withdrawal of Uhuru. Now he's the first person again to post about Ngina's security withdrawal. He's saying the security and the driver of Ngina Kenyatta, President Uhuru Kenyatta's mother, has also been withdrawn. She's stuck in Mombasa and asking what she has to do with politics. She's wondering if she is also in demonstration. The moment William Ruto decided to go for Ngina, that is an all-out war with the Kenyatta family. And I'll be waiting to see the reaction of the mountain. But for now, let me tell you the main reason why Ruto is going for Uhuru Kenyatta's security. Number one, Ruto is keen on provoking Uhuru Kenyatta to react. If you've been following the politics of this country, since William Ruto came into power, Uhuru Kenyatta just decided to remain silent. And in one of my videos, I opined that the biggest headache Ruto is facing is the silence from Uhuru Kenyatta. Because if Uhuru was talking, probably they would plan. But Uhuru is just silent, watching everything. They've been provoking Uhuru Kenyatta. The other day, I saw members of parliament, senators from the mountain. The other day, I saw Cherargei telling Ruto to take the job he gave Uhuru. The other time, they've just been attacking Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta has never responded. In fact, William Ruto at some point went directly for Uhuru Kenyatta and accused Uhuru Kenyatta of evading tax. Uhuru has never responded. So the only time Uhuru Kenyatta responded, which probably informed this move, is when he went to Magoha's place and he was asked this question, and he told Kenyans that forget about them. Those are just noisemakers because they don't have any other thing to do. So Ruto wants really to provoke Uhuru Kenyatta to see what Uhuru Kenyatta can do. I don't know whether it's going to succeed, but just wait for I'm going to give you another reason. Number two, William Ruto is keen on infiltrating Uhuru Kenyatta's security system. Let's say, for example, Raila Odinga. Most of you are conversant with Raila Odinga. He has his security. The gentleman, the two gentlemen, Oduor, and the other guy. And now the government also provides him with the security who are always in the Cheska. Those are government properties. But the two gentlemen, if one is not there, Ogeta, then Oduor is there. Those are Raila Odinga's personal security. There is nothing you can do. So if they decide to stick with Raila Odinga, it means they can die for him. They can protect him. So William Ruto is keen on infiltrating Uhuru Kenyatta's security. He wants to understand what Uhuru Kenyatta is doing. So if he removes this, because what he did was that he withdrew these people and he told them, I'm bringing you a new one. So Uhuru Kenyatta said, no, I don't want. So he has gone ahead and did the same to Ngina. So probably he's going to give Ngina a new driver. He's also going to give Ngina other securities who are not loyal to her. So they are definitely going to refuse. But the idea is basically to infiltrate. Once you infiltrate, then you can get information. So that if Raila and Uhuru are meeting, then he's with this security. One of them will put his phone on and probably go in the room, put his phone on, then they'll be able to hear. They can even go and bag the room. That is what he wants. Because with a loyal security around you, there is no way. For example, there are people who decided to retire with Uhuru Kenyatta, even security. So they are not going back to work. So they'll stick with Uhuru Kenyatta because they've built the bond for a long time. He wants to infiltrate. Uhuru is not going to allow that. Ruto understands the importance of infiltration. Ruto managed to infiltrate the previous government because Uhuru was not careful. He managed to identify a few people, and these are the people, when Uhuru Kenyatta was told, now you have less security, he decided to remove some of those people. He was left with now the real people he believes in. Number 3, William Ruto, if you ask me, is keen on dismantling Uhuru Kenyatta's intelligence network. What do I mean? You know, Uhuru Kenyatta has been the president of the Republic of Kenya for 10 good years. Within those 10 good years, Uhuru Kenyatta has people, he has his own network, intelligence network, so that if something is happening in government, he would be able to get. If something is happening here, his intelligence network will be able to gather those information. William Ruto would not want a situation where Uhuru is in a position where he can actually gather intelligence. That is the biggest worry of Ruto, because this government is going to fail. They are going to be involved in corruption. They'll be getting information, feeding Uhuru feeding Raila, and they're going to the public. You know, Uhuru Kenyatta failed last time, and he learned his lesson, that he never took the issue of intelligence seriously. He was being told certain things, he was ignoring. Right now, he's regretting why certain things he was being told, but he didn't see the meaning. So basically, Ruto used intelligence, his own intelligence network, to penetrate Uhuru. That is what they don't want. Remember, Utumbi would get every other thing. Why? Because William Ruto penetrated Uhuru Kenyatta's intelligence system. He doesn't want that to happen to him. Ruto wants a situation where if he's meeting someone, he's there. Nobody else. And number 4, in my view, I think Ruto and his brigades are in panic. They don't know how to deal with Uhuru. They don't know the reaction of the mountain. So how do you gauge the reaction of the mountain? How do you monitor the reaction of the mountain? You monitor the reaction of the mountain by withdrawing Uhuru Kenyatta security. The moment you withdraw Uhuru Kenyatta security, then you monitor how they are reacting. If the mountain will just be okay with that, they'll support that, then it means they will go ahead. And even tomorrow, you'll hear Uhuru Kenyatta is arrested and nothing will happen. If the mountain will react, that's why those statements by the senators was significant. They were part of that testing. How will the mountain react? So tomorrow, I'll be waiting to see how the mountain will actually react to the idea of withdrawing the security of Uhuru Mugai Kenyatta. Number 5, in my view, is that Ruto is keen on forcing Uhuru Kenyatta into retirement. I don't know whether he understands that Uhuru Kenyatta is a prince. The family is are some of the richest in the country. They are targeting their businesses and they're doing for them everything. So by withdrawing the security, he hopes that, like the way Mama Ngina was crying, that she's stranded in the street. His driver has been withdrawn. She's used to being driven around because constitutionally that's what has been happening. She's way in Mombasa. She can be scared. And then she'll tell the son, we can't deal like this. We are not going to operate like this. So the best thing, just let Ruto retire. Uhuru is too young to retire. Uhuru is not going to retire from politics. That's something which William Ruto needs to get in his mind. Simple. There's no way Uhuru is going to retire. Ruto is trying to force him to retire. He's not going to retire. And this could be far-fetched, but not. There's a likelihood that Ruto is planning to arrest Uhuru. You know, the other time he talked of tax evasion. The other time he talked of so many things. What of arresting Uhuru Kenyatta? What of arresting Uhuru Kenyatta? How do you arrest Uhuru Kenyatta? Withdraw the security. See the reaction of the mountain. Nothing happens. The next day, arrest him. And lastly, I think all these are informed by the outcome of Raila Odinga's rallies. Raila Odinga's rallies across the country is actually bothering and worrying William Samoei Arap Ruto. He doesn't know what to do with Raila. And he believes that those rallies are actually sponsored by Uhuru Kenyatta. So the best thing, target Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta will then stop funding. And by targeting Uhuru Kenyatta, what of if there were people who are close associates of Uhuru Kenyatta? And, you know, like if your captain is the one who is now security being withdrawn, what about you? And I think Ruto is also keen on sending a message to Kenyans that he's not Uhuru. Because Uhuru alibembelezana na Raila. He did nothing. He also bembelezana na Ruto. Ruto would do this, Ruto would do this, he would do nothing. Uhuru alibembelezana na Kenya na Jubilee MPs. Jubilee MPs decided to do everything. He was just quiet. For him, he's telling them, I'm not going to do that. That's why he even decided that no meetings. Kenya Kwanza MPs, you are not allowed to meet. Because if you meet, people will raise concerns and it will lead to fallout. So there's no meeting. If you're a Kenya Kwanza members of parliament, you want to meet, first of all, seek for approval. If you come from Western Kenya, there's no way you can meet as Western Kenya. If you want to meet, if you're a member of parliament from Mountain, you can't meet as Mountain unless approved. So Uhuru Kenyatta is keen on frustrating. No, William Ruto is keen on frustrating Uhuru Kenyatta. Let us wait and see how this is going to unfold. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Thank you, guys.